We're recording.
Okay.
Go ahead and start it. Welcome back to another episode with AWJJ. And here's your host, yours truly, JJ. I'm here with another guest today. A very good buddy of mine who I really haven't planned anything as far as discussion today. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
I'm Jason, friends with Justin from construction. Just a 26-year-old dude trying to, find my way in life.
All right. So like I said earlier, I really don't have anything planned for this discussion. I kind of just wanted to bring you on. Kind of do Jason calls it a verbal diarrhea. Get on here and just discuss whatever comes to mind. So I want to start it off by asking you. I know you don't watch a lot of TV. You're kind of like a wild man, caveman. Mm-hmm. But if it's Christmas time, what's your favorite Christmas movie, and why?
Grew up watching The Grinch.
You look kind of like him.
Oh, thanks, man. I do appreciate that. I kind of act like him too. My wife says so. Grinch is a classic, but I'm blanking on the name. What is A Christmas Story?
A Christmas Story.
Yeah, they play it every day for a month. How do you not love it?
I actually haven't even seen it. I've seen like clips, but nothing all the way through.
Is that like a Texas thing? Is that like does it not get cold in Texas, so you just don't watch The Christmas Story?
I just don't watch. I haven't fully watched The Christmas Story.
The leg lamp is not your thing?
Nah.
Okay.
Is that where the leg lamp comes from?
Mm-hmm. For Gile?
Speaking of legs, you might want to show your camera your shirt. That's a nice little shirt.
Oh, right yeah.
Whiskey Myers, bottoms up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They come to Atlanta all the time.
You a whiskey guy? You like whiskey?
No, man, this is a band. No.
That's a band?
Yeah. Come to Atlanta all the time. It is like, I guess they'd call it Southern rock, kind of like a new era take on Leonard Skinner deal.
You a rock guy? Is that your type of genre of music? What? I don't think I ever actually asked you. What's your go-to type of genre as far as music? Like if you're in the car, you're in the truck. You look like you got a truck. You look like a truck type of guy. You're in the truck.
Thanks.
And you turn on some music. What is it going to be?
If I am limited to the radio, the stuff that's on the country music stations is awful. You
don't like mainstream country?
No, not a Luke Bryan guy. No, Cole Swindell. It's just the same 10 songs over and over again.
Who's your favorite country singer?
I mean, Zach Bryan is killing it right now. You don't even know who that is.
I do know Zach Bryan.
You do know who Zach Bryan is?
I'm more of a Willie Jones type of guy.
See, you talk about Willie Jones, and I've never listened to Willie Jones. Zach Bryan's killing
it.
Go
check out Bachelorette on Broadway. It's one of his best songs, in my opinion.
Okay.
Big Willie Jones guy.
But yeah, that stuff is great. I don't know why they don't play it on the radio. I guess they don't get paid to do so.
Zach Bryan's quite crazy.
Zach Bryan, my wife and I are going to the Under the Big Sky
You and your wife go to a lot of festivals, concerts?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's the only really thing we spend our entertainment money on.
Would you say you are like a festival going type of guy?
Not Coachella, not Tomorrow World, not that.
Why not? Too much EDM.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much for my blood. I don't know really how to explain. That's not the rave stuff is not my thing. No.
You're afraid to rave? You afraid to get freaky?
Yeah, I would say right. I don't know what would happen.
Would you ever paint your body?
I mean, sure, that's fine. I just, if we're gonna kind of address the elephant in the room.
Can you sing, Jason? Can you sing?
No, don't sing in the shower. I only sing when the radio is really loud.
Would you sing in front of your colleagues? Me and Jason work together, by the way. For those of you who don't know, have worked in the past together, and now we're back together. It's kind of weird.
Sing in front of the colleagues.
Would you sing in front of the colleagues for a $5,000 bonus?
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I'm fine with embarrassment. It's just like I'm just not good.
Well,
I'm not doing anybody any justice.
In a Speedo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dedicated. To awesome.
Yeah, not a shower at all. Like definitely, that's not my thing. So It's not like impressing anybody.
Oh my gosh, I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out what section I want to drop this episode in because, for those of you tuning in, a lot of you know that I mainly just do sports.
And I don't know anything about sports.
Okay, that's a. I just had a little mouth stroke right there. That's actually gonna lead me to my next question.
Okay.
If you did do a sport, if you could be a professional athlete right now and make millions, gazillions of dollars, what professional sport would you choose?
So the thing is, I don't really like team sports. I wrestled and ran all the running sports in high school.
So you did like long distance?
I did cross country and track. So yeah, I did the long distance stuff.
How much did you weigh in high school?
I graduated like 150 pounds.
How much you weigh right now?
A lot more than that.
Oh,
probably a solid 210.
Could you go run 3 miles right now?
I mean, I could. Yeah, running is a mental thing as long as you're not getting timed. But I'm timing you. Like, how do you think you? I mean, it'd be probably like an 8-minute mile, 9-minute mile.
That's actually not bad. An 8-minute, 9-minute mile is really not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, for 3 miles, it's a mental thing. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. Your mouth's gonna get that bloody taste.
But you wouldn't take it like David Goggins, where you run 87 miles.
No.
Without.
Kind of busy. Yeah.
No training. No, nothing like that.
No, that guy. He definitely has the shock factor, and that's what gets people riled up about him. I think a lot of his stuff that he talks about is totally unattainable for people. Like
Goggins.
Goggins, just like the mental gusto to go do something.
Do you think it's motivational in a way though?
It is, yeah, absolutely. Like the most self-help books are.
Yeah,
you can say, "Oh, I could do that." It doesn't. They don't make it sound that hard. Whatever it is, whether you're a David Goggins person and it's all about physical fitness and mental toughness, or you're let's say a Dave Ramsey guy and you're like, I could only spend $10 a month on takeout.
Thought you were gonna say OnlyFans.
I spend way when the wife and I write up the budget, there's a line item for that.
Man,
it's great in theory. Yes, people love to say, "Oh yeah, I can do that," but yeah, that guy, he's just like over the top.
He's insane.
Yeah, and it's great. I mean, hey, listen, if somebody can reach
insane.
that pinnacle of mental toughness,
it's amazing. It's amazing. It's pretty crazy. It's kind of freaky. It is freaky.
Yeah,
it is freaky wild.
But I'm not saying there's anything bad with it. I'm just saying that there are like probably a handful of people in the world that have that much mental grit to do what he does.
Do you think you could ever get there personally?
No. I definitely consider myself a pretty mentally tough person in terms of like discipline to do something, but probably not in the physical sense of something. No, I'm just not like a supreme athlete. I guess neither was he, but...
Would you be afraid to just get in a random fight on the street with anybody? Like, what if a 6'2"...
Yeah, dude, we live in Atlanta. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not a big dude. Like, nah.
You pulling out the piece, or you
I mean,
using the hands?
I mean...
What if he was like, I want to see what your hands are like. I just want to see if you can two-piece me.
Yeah, I mean, we can... I mean...
When was the last fist fight you got in?
Dude, it was in college when I was a bouncer. Like, I haven't...
Oh, you got in a fist fight as a bouncer? Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
How many fights have you gotten into since college? We just run around like...
I think this is a good opportunity for me to ask, or for the viewers, the listeners, whatever you're doing, whether it's listening to a car ride or watching us on the old tube of you, give us a little bit more insight on your background history as far as being a bouncer. Like, what were some of the craziest stories that you encountered?
So it was a very large bar that we worked at. There were probably, on a big game day, there were probably a dozen bouncers. It was a renovated gym.
A renovated gym?
Yeah.
Like what type of gym we talk? Like a gymnasium or like a
weightlifting gym. So it was, I mean, for all the other bars, I went to school at Georgia Southern, so down in Statesboro. It was the biggest bar in town, by all means, and it was right across the street from the stadium. So game days would get pretty wild.
How many people are we talking that are packing in this thing?
I think you could get 400 inside.
How often would you hit that? You'd hit 400 on a big game day easy.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it would be like shoulder to shoulder in there.
And you worked, how often did you work?
So I paid my way through college. So I needed to have
hard worker,
a lot of jobs.
Look at the man. Look at the cap he's wearing. Yeah. Hard worker cap.
Yeah. So I was a handyman during the week. So I'd go to school and in between classes and, in the afternoons, go do whatever odd jobs were available around.
You had your own little company in college too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was, a company of one. It was just me. But I built up a network of people in...
And you do like pressure washing jobs, all types of
pressure washing jobs. I painted a woman's house during the summer one year.
How much you charge your square feet wise? You charge about a square feet?
Oh, dude, the hour. Like I was just there, I was just happy to make some money. So, but yes, I built the network of. I worked for the dean of the school. His wife hired me all the time. Yeah, that was kind of intimidating.
Shot?
No. I'm sorry, ma'am. I hope you never see this. No, I mean,
what? Man,
she's a very nice lady. They treated me very nicely.
Genuine,
yeah, very nice. But yeah,
okay, get transition to the bouncer.
So back to the bouncer. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. I didn't have Friday morning classes, so I could go bounce at until 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and the bar was across
on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bar was across the street from my house, so all I had to do was walk across the street and probably like a half a block down. And
so give some insight to those of us who don't know about you're not just like bouncing people, like kicking people out who come in and who are disorderly. No, you're cleaning up the bar at the end of the night too.
Cleaning up the bar, mopping the floors.
How long did that take?
So that's a good on a heavy night. That's a good with totally cleared out all the bouncers and the bartenders helping. That's a solid hour for that place.
Have you ever spotted like vomit or like booze on the floor?
Oh yeah, girls are disgusting. I don't care what. I don't care what anybody says.
I might have to clip that.
If you've ever worked in the service industry, the men's bathroom versus the women's bathroom it's night and day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Astronomically.
You ever been into a women's bathroom at a bar?
I don't think I have. I don't think I have.
So okay, so
what
guys,
what do you got like women products laying around?
I mean, sometimes. So guys' bathrooms, you think, all right, it's gross. There might be like some beer cans in the urinal you have to pick out, whatever. But you're already wearing gloves, so like whatever, it doesn't matter. Or there's piss on the floor or whatever.
Is it fine. Reeking? Like
oh yeah, I mean it stinks. Like,
okay.
But you got bleach. You're spraying it down with bleach anyway, and mopping it all up. So who cares? It's fine, whatever. Women, I think they go in there and panic. They go into the bathroom. They're hammered. Something falls in the toilet, and they panic. Whether it's a whole roll of toilet paper and they try to flush down the toilet and the bathroom floods, that's happened. Their
bathroom
phone
floods?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they just keep flushing.
How thick of the water are we talking? How deep?
It was enough where it was
like
coming out of the bathroom. Ooh. And people were like, "Hey, something's going on." I don't know what happens. Girls drop their phone in the toilet. They drop their makeup bags in the toilet. Their purse in the toilet.
I guess basically they're just clogging up the bathroom.
Oh yeah. Or they fall, carried out some girls out of the bathroom. Anybody I know that has talked to me about bouncing.
So you've thrown some people out too, though. Like you pushed some cats out the front door.
Well, yeah. I mean, people will get. It was mostly people getting weird. Guys getting weird with girls was the biggest thing. Like too aggressive, too drunk, harassing them, not leaving them alone.
Could you drink as a bouncer while on shift?
No.
Did any of you guys do?
No. Our owner was ex-military, and he did not play.
He's hardo.
No. So, but it was a good job. I mean, you make like $100, $120 a night.
He was projects guy, hardo.
Oh yeah, no, he was a pilot. I think he was like ex-Air Force, and he just bought this to like have fun, I guess, whatever.
Was he a Georgia Southern grad?
No.
Was he from Georgia at least? Did you know that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
But he was not. He's the guy who hired you, I guess.
Yes.
You interviewed directly with him.
Yeah. So another friend of mine, or a classmate of mine who was a friend of mine, said they were looking for bouncers. And if anybody is familiar, I don't know if anybody listening knows about all the stuff that happened in Statesboro in 2000 and I guess the fall.
Anybody knows outside of Statesboro.
It made Georgia news. A guy that was actually my age, he went to another high school in my county. He went down there and like 2 weeks into his freshman year, he got beat to death at a bar.
He got beat to death.
Yeah, so
physically beat to death.
An off-duty bouncer. The guy was
he drunk?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he was 18 years old. So back then the restrictions to get in a bar were super lax. Statesboro was known and still is known as a huge party town. So,
sheesh.
So anyway, the laws changed. You had to be 21 to be a bouncer. I had to get a background check. I still have my little ID card because my wife thinks it's hilarious. You had to get your background check run. You had to
we gotta get a
safe
picture of that.
She would be happy to.
We gotta get a picture of the ID card. Hey, I'm gonna drop a picture of the ID card in the clip.
Yeah, it's good. I had a presentation right after the class for engineering school. And so I was in a white collared shirt and a tie. So
What'd you get your degree in?
Mechanical engineering. Have
you put that to use?
We're not building spaceships.
You know what they say? Only 75% of people who come out of college end up getting a job in something completely different from what they actually majored in.
Yeah. So
actually, I don't know if it's that high, but there's a stat out there that's like that.
Yeah, I mean, you get out in the world and you realize that the engineering degree opens doors. It definitely gets a lot of people's attention, and there are some things that it's needed for. I don't think going into commercial construction, where we met, was one of them. It didn't really help at all.
Yeah,
it's mostly just working really hard.
You miss construction?
I miss being outside all the time. That's for sure.
So you enjoyed like waking up on like a day where it's like 47 degrees outside, kind of muggy, a little rainy.
It was nice getting outside and not being stuck in an office.
96 degrees, blistering heat.
So that was the difference. Was you never knew your schedule. You never knew when you were getting off work. You never knew anything. You never knew if you were going to move.
Can you elaborate on like probably what was one of the worst moments of your construction career that you were just like?
So after the job that we worked at, when we worked at the
Hartsfield-Jackson.
Yeah, Hartsfield-Jackson Airport. I got hired on by a very large but mostly local earth-moving endeavor around here. I was the assistant superintendent for a boring crew, which I don't know if anybody ever, you probably don't know anything
You're
about.
definitely getting down and dirty.
Underground boring, yes. You are
you're getting underground.
In a pit. You're drilling a hole under usually a road to install either a water line or a sewer line, sometimes in active lines, sometimes in not. And so the first job I was in was we were tying into a City of Atlanta live sewer. And it was a
live sewer, bro.
Yeah, it was one of the 72-inch mains that run to the sewer treatment plant near Turner Field.
Golly, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so 72 inches, is that what? That's 6 feet?
Yeah.
Whoo!
So it's a lot of poo.
Did you smell it? Did you see it?
So it's weird.
Did it burst? What were you guys doing?
Oh, you definitely see floaters. You have to cut it open.
So you cut it open to connect something else?
Right. So we tied in another line into this main.
So while you cut it open, you're tying in a new line. It's still running?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you just got...
it's live. It goes straight to the sewer plant. Yeah. So
where's all that excess stuff just going once you cut it open?
So you dig a giant hole. I think it was a 12 or 15 foot by 15 foot, square hole. It was 38 feet deep to the top of the pipe. So you add another 6 feet. You cut two ends of it off. So you're putting a box on top of a pipe, which is called a manhole or a culvert.
Yeah.
And you cut a big chunk of a pipe out and then put a smaller pipe in that big pipe to run the water through it. But you see floaters. You see, if somebody got the beer turds, they drank too much the night before. Yeah, you saw it all. But it's weird. It doesn't smell as bad as you think. Now, I'm not saying it smells good.
So you would drink that water is what you're saying.
By no means. That is not what I put words in my mouth now.
For $1 billion. Take a shot of that water.
No. I mean,
for $1 billion.
You live in Atlanta, you know what these people are like.
You'd definitely get some type of
You'd have to go to the doctor.
Parasitic.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
For $1 billion a shot.
I mean, yeah. If I wouldn't have to had to do that anymore, absolutely. Yeah, man. But yeah, it was every day was different. It was cool, but every day was also like 12 or 14 hours.
Let me ask you this, Jason. Mm-hmm. As I log back in so I can see what the audio is looking like, making sure our audio is coming through clean. Not too much echo, not too much distance with the microphone volume. If you could be a billionaire doing any profession, what profession would it be?
So, I mean, mostly what I know is real estate. So my wife's a real estate agent here in Atlanta, mostly south of Atlanta.
You'd be a billionaire real estate agent.
If you it's the most, from what I've found, it's a slow growth, but it is the most tax advantageous endeavor that you can get into.
How much money would you make off selling like a $1.2 million home? If you
As a real estate agent?
If you are the selling agent.
So you make, I mean,
guesstimate.
You can negotiate, you as the owner of the property can negotiate differently, but the standard around here in Georgia is 3%. 3% for each side, so 6% total.
So we're looking at like 300, 400,000. No, 30 or 40,000.
Yeah.
30 or 40,000.
But you think around here in Atlanta, I don't know where the viewers are, but here in Atlanta, like $1 million house isn't really anything to like, it's not hard to find.
How would you get invested in, like, okay, your wife's a realtor.
Right.
Prime real estate's going to be in areas that haven't either fully developed or areas that, are well known for being just like wealthy areas.
Mm-hmm.
So Buckhead, for example, Buckhead's supposed to be like one of the superior neighborhoods, or like it's got well-known great history.
Yeah.
How would a real estate agent, specifically someone like your wife, get invested into the Buckhead neighborhood and try to break into that network to try to sell those $1 million homes? So
it's all, if anybody's ever listened to any business podcasts or anything, people say your network is your net worth.
I want you to bring the business real estate mind onto the AWJJ platform.
Okay.
And I want you to be. We're gonna make Jason the direct phone line for any type of real estate or business questions.
I'm absolutely happy to talk to
from
anybody.
The average Joe the average Joe.
I am always looking to get into something. So, but I guess to answer your question, yeah, your network is your net worth. So if you can get one listing through who knows how.
So literally a person would just have to say, hey, I want to hire you. As my real estate agent.
Either they have a really good relationship with you previously. Either you sold them the house, or they bought something else, or their kids bought something, or their friend bought something with you. And it's all.
How often would you say those houses in places like Buckhead are like being sold or being?
They turn over. They turn over all the time. I mean, especially right now here in Atlanta, like everything's getting flipped. So all of a sudden, people are like either overnight millionaires from flipping a couple houses, or overnight, homeless because they, got upside down in something.
Flipping houses. I mean, you're in the flipping housing business, right?
Yeah. It is.
How is that? Let me ask you this: being somebody who's actually involved not only in real estate but also being a true flipper, someone who's actually in the middle of a flip process right now.
Right.
What are the ups and downs that you have seen as being recently a first-time home buyer and now recently I guess you can call it a first-time flipper.
Right. So our first house that I bought, we bought it from an estate, and it needed a complete renovation. Now, we didn't gut it. It's not like we went down to the studs and changed everything around. But it was a live-in flip is what they call it. So
a live-in flip.
My then girlfriend, now wife at the time, we lived in it. I worked a 9-to-5 job, came home, did stuff around the house to fix it up. I think people get in over their head they get in over their head because they run bad numbers or don't know what they're looking at. So buying houses in Atlanta, a lot of these houses are old, just like any big city. You look at Salt Lake City, Boise, Denver, all these places have very old downtown centers, and you don't know that it's going to cost $80,000 to fix the floor, and you think it only is going to cost $20 and it's going to take a weekend, then you're going to get, if your margins are slim, then you're going to get upside down, or the housing market takes a turn.
So how much? Okay, how much would you guesstimate an interior design of a house as far as like couches, tables, dining room set? How much would you say all that stuff? 3-bed, 2-bath, call it an average home. How much would you say all the interior stuff cost?
That is a thing that my wife loves telling our friends when they buy new houses is you don't have any furniture. If you're moving from a college apartment, you and your spouse got married, or you're moving out of your parents' house, or a 1-bed apartment, you don't have anything. I mean, it could easily be $10,000 to fill a house. I mean,
10
what you
G's.
think? I mean,
We're talking IKEA.
Yeah, I'm not talking. You're not going to any of these high-end designer places. I mean, you got to think. You got to have beds, rugs, plates,
Culinary
silverware, pots, pans, dressers, tables, lamps. Like
in a new construction, would things like a dishwasher and a refrigerator automatically be involved, or would you have to buy that on your own?
So you can get it included. Yeah, I mean they have appliance packages, or you can specifically exclude it. Mm-hmm. Like if you wanted your own fancy stove from France, then right, you could exclude it, close on your house, and they would have to put one in there to get a certificate of occupancy, and then you can.
Where did you say if you wanted it from where?
So from France or España. I got nice stuff, but it's like an 18-month lead time. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I think I overheard you saying that there's certain types of packages. So
yeah.
I remember there's a guy that we were working with at our previous employer who was doing a new build somewhere in the South.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you select a new build, it has multiple packages that you can buy from. And it's just all depending on the contractor that you're getting to do the new build.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you are buying what is called a track house, so you think big builders, D.R. Horton, Lennar, things like that, they build neighborhoods and you have like 2 or 3 different style of houses, you're getting the same thing. But they're all the same color, inside and out. They're all the same trim. They're all the same. You can pretty much pick your plumbing fixtures.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's about it. And you just go in there and do it up yourself, however you want to do it.
All right, Jason. I think we've had some definitely good random details in this this episode. I like to try to keep them between 15, 30-minute increments, so we're coming up on that 30-minute mark.
Cool.
So normally I finish these episodes with rapid fire questions. I haven't developed any just off of brainstorming, but I'm gonna just pull them out of my butt.
Okay. I'll keep the answers short. That works.
So, if you had all the money in the world, would you design your own home?
I would let my wife do it.
You'd let your wife design.
I'm not a designer.
If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
I would really probably either Morocco or New Zealand.
Really? Mm-hmm. May I ask why?
New Zealand, great fishing, big fly fisherman. So is my wife. That's like one of the pinnacle places.
Who's the better one? Who's the better fly fisherman?
She's definitely taken it on a lot quicker than I did. So I don't know if it's because she's got a good teacher.
Shout out to the wife.
Beginner's luck, yeah, sweetie. Yep, she's killing it. I've got some pictures, some fish we caught. Morocco just looks beautiful. I mean, just the culture, the food. I've never been to Africa. You can kind of check it off the list of like everybody's been to Europe. Everybody's been to, I can't say everybody. People have been to Thailand, Bali, all that stuff. But
I've never been to Europe.
Who's been? I have. Yeah, you have. Yeah. But I've never been to Europe. So.
I have been to Europe. Okay. Let me see if I can think of some other rapid fire questions. If you, so I asked you earlier. You said if you could play a professional sport, you said you would do something either with wrestling or with track. Mm-hmm. If you would have got a scholarship out of college as a wrestler, what university would you have wanted to wrestle for?
I mean, the big ones are Iowa State and Ohio State. I do remember that from high school. I don't know anything about sports, just to like preface the whole crew. I mean, this man had to tell me who Patrick Mahomes was last week, so I don't know anything about sports.
Who would you choose?
I mean, Ohio State probably has a lot more stuff going on. I can't, no offense to anybody in Iowa, but I don't.
Ohio State.
I don't know anything.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Penn State's probably the pinnacle right now. There's
okay, see, that's new. That's new to me.
Penn State's probably the pinnacle right now.
Yeah, that's my homeland. So I would be happy going there.
Last question, because we're probably gonna have you on here more. I would love to get more into the real estate.
Cool.
And break deeper down into that conversation, do a deeper dive. what is your favorite hobby to do as far as just doing something to pass time? Because every time I show up to this man's crib, he's never around. He's always outside doing something. So if you just had an open day tomorrow, and I'm not considering like the things that you have to do.
Right.
Jet, if you just wanted to get up and do whatever you wanted to do, what would you do? What's a caveman like you getting into on his free time?
My wife and I do like going to the mountains to go fish. It's kind of a drive from where we live. And we do like riding motorcycles. So I probably just go call my wife has her own bike.
Who's the better motorcyclist? Who's the better cyclist?
I'm not gonna cause strife at the house because any of those answers. So we'll just say
a trick question.
We'll say her. We'll say her.
Question.
She does have a super cool bike. Oh yeah, her and her dad love going on motorcycle rides all around South Atlanta. So
well, okay. Well, with that being said, we appreciate you for coming on to the AWJJ
absolutely
episode. And you got anything else you want to say? Any last words? Any insight for the people? Any words of wisdom? Before we have you back on again, this will not be his last time.
I guess short and sweet. I don't want to get preachy, but you can, as a guy,
take us to church. Okay,
a guy from humble beginnings, and we can get into that more later. It is not impossible to make it in the world.
Have you made it?
No, but we're working on it. I'm working on it. Yeah.
You haven't made it?
No, but a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication and moving towards that. We'll get into the whole business ventures, real estate on another episode. But yeah, if anybody wants to reach out to me, I do not do social media. You're gonna have to contact JJ. I guess you can find me on Facebook.
What you need to do is go outside and find your nearest big trunk tree, and go cut a hole, and you'll find him living right in the base.
Just walk around Home Depot long enough, and you will see me there. So, yeah, but no, that's always down to talk about business. Always down to talk about real estate. I like getting ideas and bouncing ideas off people, but I can't talk about sports. So if you want to talk about, I don't even know what sport is in season right now, if we're being completely honest. So
if you had to bet your whole life on it, what sport would you say? If it was life or death, you wouldn't leave this room.
Oh, I guess baseball's in season. Yeah, because basketball's over. Yeah.
Well, basketball's technically still going on, but baseball actually is in season. It's in the play. They're in the playoffs. You still got what? You still got 8 teams left in the playoffs.
Is that not? I guess March Madness is college.
Yeah, that's college.
Oh yeah,
that's college.
Yeah,
that's college.
Yeah.
Well, Mrs. Steitler, it was a good one having you on.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the other episodes that we'll probably drop here, whenever. But if you like these episodes, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. If you have any disagreements, please comment and let us know.
Oh yeah,
because we'd always love to chime back and respond. And as always, stay safe, and we'll be back next time. And that is it, bro.
That's it.